Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nico if you're new here, and I am a full-time eBay reseller. So I have 10 orders going out today. This is a shipping video. I'm going to go a little bit fast because I did source this morning, so I have a haul video that we'll do after I'm done with this. But my post office in the small town where I live, up in the mountains, they are technically open till about 3:10 or maybe 3:30. So in a true emergency, I could take my orders up there and they would still, I think, accept them up until 3. However, on a Monday especially, I can have 30 to 50 orders and sometimes more. So I have just really gotten in the habit of saying, okay, 2 o'clock is when these orders have to be there. They do mine as other people don't come, as in between other customers, they do mine, which today is 10 items. So today is no big deal. They could easily do that anytime. They can do this in like 10 minutes, but, or less. During the times when I have 2 or 3 IKEA bags full, then they just keep it down by their feet. And sometimes I get, more than one receipt because they check them in when they can. So today, I guess it's only 12:30. I'm not quite as rushed as I feel. I've gotten a lot done today. I listed a ton from my virtual assistant, and I think he's still, I don't know if he quit for the day or not. I had to get up early and take some more photos because, I hadn't sent him enough. Let me see. I hope he's still doing some more today, but I've got a lot of drafts. Yeah, it looks like he is. Yeah, he definitely is. So I've got a lot of drafts by the end of today. I've got probably 30 more drafts that I'll launch today. And then I still owe him some more photos so he can finish up this job that we're doing. And then I'm going to photo the next batch, which I'm almost out of clothing, but I do have some hard goods. Oh yeah, we got to have a hard goods haul too. So we're going to have a lot longer haul today than I thought. It's not going to be short. I've got a little bit of a clothing haul, and then I don't even know what's in my son's box that he brought me to sell. So yeah, actually, okay, cool. So we will be doing that. All right, guys, let's get started on the shipping. So today, let's see, today is what? Today's Tuesday. Yesterday I shipped, a lot of orders. Whatever that added up to, it's on my video. So since I shipped then on Monday, it would have been 10 or 11 o'clock, that I got that to the post office. So it's about 24 hours, in other words. I only have 10 orders going out right now for $266.25. I'm listing a lot, especially the last 2 or 3 days, but it's just a lot of good bread and butter. I haven't had that $100 sale a day or anything like that. So I'm also going to be doing a ton of editing today just to get some things moving that I might have started too high. You should aim high, nothing wrong with that, but you got to remember to get back in and edit it when it doesn't sell. So let's start with number 1. This is a CC Filson shirt. To me, it's always a pickup. However, this one was like the edge of saying that. This one has huge holes in it, but it's still sold very, very fast. So I want to say that I used $8 of my consignment money on this. Don't quote me. It might have been half price or it might have been $6 or something, but I did use my consignment money at that consignment store, and I took an offer of $15 plus shipping, so $23.53. I just felt like I had it like a couple weeks, and with the damage, maybe it was going to sell slower. Here's the CC Filson tag, just in case you do not know about this brand. This shirt, if it did not have the holes in it, would literally have been like a $50 or a $60 item. But because it has such substantial holes, I'm going to go ahead and let it go for just a real small profit. So let's see where this thing is going. And I am trying to use up all my envelopes. I did get in my sticker ones, my double-sided half-page label things, but I'm just going to try to use up these envelopes, especially on a slower day like today where I only have 10 to get out. It's not going to affect my time too much. So I'm going to go ahead and use these up, and so I will have to cut around the label today. All right, we're at 14 ounces. How's everybody else's sales going? Yeah, I made pesto last night, so as soon as I'm done here and get time, I'm going to actually get something to eat. I'm hungry. I don't know why my memory, I guess I have really short-term memory, especially when I'm talking. I'm like, what was the weight on that? So this is going to Centralia, Washington, and I think it's a really cool look, even with the hole, but yeah, it probably wasn't the best pickup, or I should have paid $1, but still, I made a little bit of money. I'm not going to make hardly any on the shipping. It's $6.22 to send it, and I charged $6.75. And let's see, I didn't look if this sold unpromoted or anything. Let me look. Nope, no promotions of any kind, so that's good. Just so you know, and I've been studying this out too, especially on the Reseller Nirvana group. We go through all of our numbers on there. It's really stressful sometimes because you're like, oh man, I didn't know that. But I knew that you do get charged a promoted listings fee, even on your shipping, and you get charged eBay fees on your shipping. So right now, where I charged $6.75 and $6.22 of it is actually going to the shipping label, I also was charged eBay fees on $6.75, and if I had promoted this, I would have been charged promoted listings on the $6.75. So it's possible sometimes when I'm saying, hey, you know, I'm going to keep 40 cents on this, or I'm going to keep $1 on this, that's not always true. And I knew that. I just had not been correcting that in my, you know, in my videos. So I'm going to make sure that I make that really clear that on items I had promoted listings on, I probably maybe broke even on the shipping even. But anyway, I'm going to get this out. You can go to the eBay fee calculator and figure out some of that stuff. Knowing your numbers is, you know, I think I know my numbers, but in that group, boy, they really press you to analyze things in a way I've just never done. And so it's good though. It's good. It's worth the money. But there's another Zoom call tonight where people just ask random questions. And even though it's a lot of beginners and it's kind of, you know, I already knew that, I always learn something. So I don't sit and like look at the screen. Like tonight, I won't sit here and just stand here. I'll be working the whole time. But I definitely get a lot out of that call. All right. I don't know how many of these I have on hand now. I think I have like 400. So for the next 400 orders, let's just use these up, and then I won't order these again. We'll convert to the other. I'm really hooked on the double-sided labels. I did not want to do that. Okay, back to orders. Let's see what we have next. Okay, this was a good pickup. This was a bins pickup. I knew it was worth something. I just didn't know how much, but it was, you know, like $1 something. So I picked it up at the bins. It had Tokyo Disney Resort. And I always have to kind of bide or make a choice about my time when I'm at the bins or when I'm out of town sourcing. When something is this cheap and I know it has some value, sometimes I go ahead and pick it up without doing full research because it'll take all of my sourcing time looking up everything in minute detail. So I did a quick Google Lens on it, I want to say, if I remember right, at the bins, and I knew that like on Etsy there were certain prices, and I thought, okay, this has some value. This is a men's large, and it's a Tokyo Disney Resort shirt, all over print, Mickey, Goofy, you know, whatever's on there. I've had this, though, I want to say 2 to 3 months, and I just did not see the movement that I wanted. I think I had 35 or 40 on this, and I just couldn't get it. So, you know, it's $1.50. Someone made me an offer. I took $19.93, either that or I sent them a coupon, whatever, but I took $19.93 plus shipping, so $29.41. No promotions of any kind on there. So still a great pickup. Of course, I am really working hard to up my average sale price just because of, you know, how few items I really want to type in a day. Because of my travel, it's really hard to do 20, 30, 40 items a day. So I'm not really aiming for that. So this is an item that if I had known for sure it was only going to sell for 20, I'm not sure I would have picked it up. On the other hand, it might have sold overnight at 20 if I would have had the price right. And I do care more about sell-through. I care a lot about average sale price too. because I'm trying to reach a certain income goal, but I do care more about the time. Get my money back. All right, this is going to Chicago, Illinois. It's going to cost $4.88, and I charged them $6.75. So other than the eBay fees that are charged on the $6.75, and I need to go figure that out on clothing. What is the percentage that eBay charges for clothing? I should know that by heart, but I don't. Whatever that is, I have to times the $6.75, and then that's what I've been charged on this shipping. So I'm probably only keeping like $1 on the shipping on this item, something like that. I want my numbers to be perfect for myself. You know, I mean, it's important to me to be honest on the channel too, of course, but I'm just saying that even at 6%, I mean, I know what is clothing. I'll look it up another time when I have more time and I'm not rushing to the post office. But, so yeah, let's just say that eBay charges 8% on clothing or on something else that you're sending. It might be less than that, but that's 54 cents that eBay's keeping on the $6.75. So eBay is actually charging fees on the $6.75. So I don't want to be inaccurate and say, well, I'm keeping this much, because technically not really. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any like over-the-top orders today. I don't think I have anything that's all that impressive, guys. Lots of bread and butter. That's okay. It pays the bills, but... All right, this is a Ralph Lauren shirt. And this is really cute. I know this print because I think Ralph Lauren has something similar, but I have sold this somehow. And actually other brands have a similar horse bit or a horse stirrup pattern. And this equestrian pattern is very, very popular. So if you see horse bit, equestrian, I guess horseshoes, I don't know about that, but anything associated with a horse, saddles, there is a certain market for that. So this is a women's large. I started this, I think, at 24 is what I had originally wanted. I've had this a month, maybe 6 weeks, probably a month. And I went ahead and took an offer of $16 plus shipping, so $23.71, and this did sell via promoted listings, and usually I have that at about 10%. So $23.71 all in. It's only 7 ounces, and it's going to Maryland. So yeah, it's going to cost $4.31 for this, and I charged $6.75. So minus some eBay fees in there, I will get a markup on this shipping. Yeah, I went down to the local thrift here in town, in my very small town, and I tried to be really picky. I think I bought 5 items. I just got done purchasing it, and I can't remember, but I spent $20, so I'm excited to show you that haul. It's nothing over the top, really, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the bins in Denver this week, because I have so much consignment money at that consignment store. So I think I'm just going to go there and use up my $200 in consignment money. And then I'm going to shop on the way at a few local stores. And but if I do go to the bins, I might literally just get up at 4 in the morning and drive and just be there by 7:30 or 8, go to the bins all day and drive back, or maybe get one hotel and then go the next day. But since it's summer, I don't have to worry about the roads as much. So I want to shop while I can. All right, this is a pair of Nike sportswear shorts. I put Y2K and vintage in these. Now, I think under normal circumstances, these are, the color's rare, the size is rare. This is an extra large, you've got this here. And so I put Y2K and vintage. I think I put vintage, but I put silver tag. That's what this is. The problem is that back here, it has this damage. So I don't know what was there. I don't know if it was a logo or if they did just snag it on something. I don't know what is supposed to be there. So if this hadn't been there, I would have charged like $35 or $40. At least tried to get that much, because they are unique and they are kind of a bolo, I guess. But because of the damage, I just went ahead and took 10 bucks. You know, it pays to get my money back. I did not notice that when I picked them up. I looked at these things, but I was really enamored by the style, I guess, and I knew that they were kind of a pickup. I thought I had looked them over, but apparently I didn't. So anyway, $10 plus shipping, $20.54. No promotions of any kind on this. So I don't know if they're gonna, you know, resell them even with the damage. You know, I don't know on that, but the damage is definitely visible, and it could spread too. It's more on the pocket, so it's not like you would have a hole and your you know, undergarments would show, but it still is not as cute as it would have been. All right, it doesn't really matter what this weighs. It's going flat rate. I do know that much. 1 pound 7. I do try to put in the accurate amount in here, just because if you get a return on something, eBay bases the mailer on what you have in here. So if you have 3 pounds in here, even though it's flat rate, eBay might charge you that much for the return label. So I don't know. I'm not sure on that. And this is going to Leggett, California. So I'm going to keep about $1.45 initially on the shipping, minus whatever the eBay fees were. And the promoted listing, actually. There's promoted listing fee on that $9.75 too. So that adds up for sure. What is that? Let's see. So, okay, so the so it's $9.75 on the shipping, and I usually have, you know, 10%, so of course it's like 97 cents just for the promoted listing fee on that $9.75, and then $9.75 times I don't know if is it 8% for clothing on eBay. I don't know, but that's another 78 cents. So see, the $1.78 that I kind of kept on this, I really didn't. It went into eBay fees, if you want to look at it that way. I think it's important to know where every dollar goes, and then once you do kind of understand how the system works, then I don't keep track line by line of every item. I'm just trying to go back and especially post-COVID, not that COVID is completely over, but you know, post being able to get the inventory I want and be very picky, I'm trying to really look at my numbers again. If you caught my numbers video the other day, you'll see what I'm trying to do, and it'll make more sense. All right, this is Soft Surroundings. I love this brand. This is a dress. I'm sure I could have held out longer. You know, Soft Surroundings sells really, really good. But this is a size small. It's a gorgeous dress, but small. You know, it could even be, you know, called a long jacket. So anyway, what is the fabric on this? It's a cotton rayon blend, so it's just really cute. I had this probably 6 weeks, something like that. I finally took an offer of $20 plus shipping, so $27.95, and this sold via promoted listings. See how much this is going to cost. 12 ounces. So we might eke by and at least keep a little bit here. This is going to Norfolk, Virginia. And I charged $6.75, and it's going to cost $5.17. So not bad. Yeah, This is Wyoming, remember? So the mountain lion is still in town. I've talked about that, a couple weeks ago. The mountain lion is still around. I haven't heard of him hurting anybody or anything. Believe me, we'd hear about it, but he's still like in someone's garage, or there's a spotting once in a while. As far as I know, he's still in town. But last night we get this text on Facebook from our neighbor over there. Let me see if I can pull it up. Anyway, long story short, he says, "Hey guys, there's a porcupine by the yield sign on the east side of your fence. I just don't want Frodo getting harmed." So he, I should have looked at the time, but it was like 9 or 10 at night, and we were watching TV at night. Thankfully, we were still up, and he's like, "There's this," and it was a huge porcupine. It's not just a porcupine; it's one that if my dog would have gotten a hold of it, I can't even imagine. My dog, it's so big of a porcupine, it couldn't just jump our fence and get into the yard, and we don't let our dog just wander anyway. But when you're opening the front door, our dog, as a rule, does not just run out the front door. But if he saw a porcupine close, he would. He does not know. He's never gotten in a fight with anything except another dog. He's a big baby, so even with our cat that we have in the house, he'll get really close and he'll bother her and he'll torment her, but he stays enough away that he doesn't get scratched, really. So he's just really naive about that. But I think he would go right up to a porcupine. I know he would. So that was nice of the neighbor to let us know. But I watched it for a long time because it was dark and I just couldn't figure out, if it was injured. It just looked like it was kind of laying there. And then finally it got up and just walked across the street. So I don't know. This is a Torrid shirt. Women's size 1. Really pretty. This is just a bins pickup. I've been picking up kind of this very lightweight stuff in certain brands. Only certain brands, though. And this sold via promoted listings. I'm assuming I had about 10% on it. I'm reevaluating that, as I talked about in my last video. But this stuff does sell fast because I have the promoted on there. So anyway, because this is a size 1, which is good, but it's not the 3 and the 4 and the other things. So I took an offer of $14.25 plus shipping, so $23.12, which inherently is really good for something I picked up at the bins. But I am trying to raise my average sale price, so it doesn't really fit with my, with my plan. But it sold in 2 days, 3 days. I've only just listed this week, and these are so fast to list. I've got the sell similar on there of these types of things, and it literally takes me minutes. So this is going to Kent, Washington. It's going to cost $4.20 because it weighs 6 ounces, and I charged $6.75. So keep a tiny bit on the shipping after all the fees. What do we have here? Okay, yeah, this was a lot of the stuff I pulled, or my husband pulled, was like just a few days ago. All this stuff. It pays to get your listing done. I love shipping clothing. It's just so simple. I do hard goods still. If they're worth it, I'll do it because I'm not too proud. And, there are times when it's just a no-brainer to me because I don't mind double boxing things and floating things, but still, there's nothing like doing clothing, honestly. Okay. 5062, I just listed this week or a couple days ago. This is a J. Peterman dress. It's a seafoam green. I don't know what it shows on my camera, but it's a size 14. I put Mother of the Bride. I think this is just gorgeous. I don't know if this, I don't even know what the style would be considered on this. It's like, with this bottom piece. I know there's a name for it. But anyway, this reminded me of a Mother of a Bride as far as that it would work for that. It's a size 14. and I put shift and mother of the bride. So anyway, I took $26.19 plus shipping, so $35.25. So that gets me a little closer to my $20 profit on items. Now, with the fees and everything else, I'm still not really keeping $20 on this because I paid $4.50. I paid $4.50 at a Goodwill for this. I don't love doing dresses because I don't really have the setup. I just do a flat lay on them. But surprisingly, it does not really seem to affect my sales on dresses. As long as it fits on my board still, and as long as it's not a slinky dress that just really looks bad laid flat, I actually do pretty good on dresses. So I'm going to keep doing them, you know, especially in the summer. I need something that's going to sell for more money, you know, that's not just shorts, because shorts, it's a struggle. You know, how many short brands do you know that can get $30, $40, $50? So with dresses, I know a lot of brands that can. So this is going to Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's going to cost $607, and I charged $675. So yeah, I'm going to keep digging deep diving on my dresses, trying to learn. I'm still going to get that deep dive video. That's probably the very next thing I'm going to do. After I get this uploaded and run my mail, I'm going to come back and we're going to do the Christopher and Banks and the Torrid like I promised. I just didn't get it done last night. I looked really hard for a certain Torrid piece at this thrift store up here because I'm convinced that, boy, if you could find as many of those as possible. So I looked really good. I didn't see any, but I'm going to look at every thrift I go to until further notice to try to find some of this Torrid stuff. I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get there. And it's not $20 items either. It's items that sell for a lot more used, even used. All right, this is a good pickup. This is more in the range of where I'm headed. I have a much more expensive Tommy Bahama shirt behind me. I hope the VA gets to that one today because I do want to launch it. If not, it's fine. I forgot it was in there. But it's probably my highest end piece that I have in the house right now as far as like in here to do. And I just kind of forgot to pull it up ahead. Anyway, this is a Tommy Bahama. This is embroidered. It's not worth as much as I had hoped. I just grabbed it. I didn't even look. You know, on these real embroidered items. And is this silk? What is this? Yeah, this is 100% silk on Tommy Bahama. So anything with a print that's that substantial, I am just going to pick it up for $3.75 because it's worth it. And so that's what I paid on this. And this sold via promoted listings within about 2 days, maybe 3 days, something like that. It sold for $29.99 plus shipping, so $39.22 all in for the customer. These Tommy Bahama silk, Tommy Bahama linen, oh man, they're doing so good for me. I'm going to try to, I mean, this will make my summer. This is the type of thing that will get me by in the summer when you can't sell jackets as much. All right, 10 ounces going to North Carolina. It's going to cost $5.17 and I charged them $6.75. So remember, I'm getting promoted listing fee on the $6.75. So that's 67 cents right there that is gone to eBay or is going to eBay. So I'm not keeping a whole lot on the shipping. What does everybody else charge for a first class item? Are you at $6.99 or $7? I know some people are, you know, $7.25. I've stayed at $6.75, but now that I look at what eBay is charging me on the, you know, the tax, or not the tax, but the eBay fees and the promoted listing on the shipping, I'm thinking I'm either break even on my shipping because I have to buy the poly bag too, or yeah, I'm losing money sometimes. So now I'm questioning if I need to charge like $6.99 or $7. So let me know if you're you know, out there and you sell quite a bit of first class clothing. Let me know what you charge, because I'm just curious what I should do. right, what do we have next? Okay, vintage Champion joggers. How long have I had these? I've had these a while, so it's okay. I think these were, you know, they're pretty vintage. I thought they were really cute. They do have like a local school logo or a high school logo, most likely. So that's a little bit of a deterrent, but I still thought these really had the look. So I picked these up at the bins, but I had them quite a few weeks. Actually, they're $38.99, and I'm on the 5,000. So I've probably had these several months, and I just decided to go ahead and take an offer. So I sold these for $10 plus shipping, so $17.28. They sold via promoted. So in the end, I probably made about $6 on these. That would be my estimate without looking at the exact everything on the fees, but around 6. They're 13 ounces, so I got to mark this up to 14. So at the bins, I would have paid closer to like over $1, like $1.10, because they charge $1.69 if you buy enough. So actually, I would have paid more like $1.50. So yeah, so you know, probably $5 actually is what I made on these, but that's okay. These are going to cost $6.60 to send, and I charged $6.75. So see, this is an example where I had promoted listings on here. So I got eBay fees on the $6.75. So that's going to be 67 cents of eBay fees on what I charged for shipping. So I'm actually technically losing money on the shipping. If you look at it that way, $6.60 for first class shipping. Let's do this, yeah. I'm doing this for myself, guys. Hope it doesn't bore you to death. I'm just trying to make sure I've got this in my head so I don't think I'm making money on items I'm not making money on. So $6.60 is what I'm going to pay back out on the shipping, and then because I had promoted listings on there, they charged me fees. They charged me 67 cents on fees, so that's $7.27. And I only charged $6.75. Now, on a more expensive item, like a $20, $30, $40 item, it really doesn't matter. You know, you can make up that 50, 60 cents somewhere. But when you're thinking you're making money on these items that are selling for $10, just make sure you know that, you know, fees are going on top of the whole, what, $17.28, even though you don't get to keep any of the shipping. So that is what I'm trying to really double down on and make sure that I'm clear on before I pick up items. So like on this item, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. And I've only had it maybe 6 weeks or a couple months. I could have just waited, you know, just said, nope, $17 plus shipping is my price. Like I could have just said, I'm not going to take $10 on these. But then you can get stagnant items too. So it's always hard to know. All right, first class. I already told you what's going on with that. We'll get this shipped off. So yeah, so I don't really want a big store full of stagnant items just to save $1. On the other hand, I'm just really trying to make through that my stuff has 100% sell-through. I think that is the ultimate solution, is 100% sell-through rate. Then you're not as dependent on promotions or, you know, coupons and all of that. I'm still going to have coupons because I think eBay wants you to have them. So I think that helps you in the algorithm. So I'm still going to run all the same sales. I just might wait until I've had items for 15 days and then bombard all the promotions, because look at how many items I sold today that they would have sold anyway. None of them, thankfully. I didn't have a single item today that used my coupon, so that's nice. That is nice. But I did have 3 or 4 promoted items in here that I probably didn't need to promote, honestly. On the other hand, you know, if you spend, just say ballpark, if you spend $3,000 a year on promoted listings, which I hope I don't spend that much, but if you do and you're selling, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 more in stuff, you know, you got to look at it that way too. So, I don't know. This is my son's. He has a good eye. He picked this up, Magpul hat. He found it on eBay Let's see, what is our brand here? This is a Magpul Industries Corp. Made in the USA hat. So anyway, he took $19.99 on this plus, excuse me guys, plus shipping, so $26.24. And this did not sell with any kind of a promotion, so that's good. So I have got to turn off this space heater. It's like hot, then it's cold, but now it's 64 degrees outside. And I've still got my space heater on. I think it's time to turn that off. So we are going to split this. So especially with this is why I'm doing a lot. Let me turn that heater off, guys. Sorry. Woo, man, oh man. All right. So this is why I'm doing some of this factoring in too, is that like normally I would have sold this in my sleep by myself, but with the promoted, and there was no promoted listing on this one, but if we had promoted this and then we're taking that fee out, and then by the time we split it, I don't even think it's worth my son's time to pick it up. So we're sitting down and looking at the numbers. I'm very blessed that he has sold on eBay himself, plus he's full-time Amazon, so all these numbers make 100% sense to him. I don't have to try to explain to him what I'm trying to say. Now I know he told me the other day on the other hats that I think he paid literally $1 on these, but still I want to make sure he's happy with a $4 profit. Because he's still doing a lot of work finding these. He's still putting it on a spreadsheet, and so we're just trying to tighten up this ship here. This is going to Honesdale, Pennsylvania, and I only charged $6.25 on this, and it's going to cost $5.17. So I'm glad on this one that I didn't charge them, you know, $6.75. That's kind of the problem. I hate to charge $7 to people, and then sometimes, you know, it doesn't cost that much. All right, guys, I'm going to run to the mail, and I'm going to come right back, and we're going to do our research video on Christopher and Banks and Torrid. I hope that you'll join me for that. There's some good stuff on there you want to be on the lookout for this summer, for sure. So I'm going to shut this down here. Have a good day, guys. If you can't join me later, take care. Please smash the like button if you don't mind. Thank you. Bye-bye.